Howdy folks, today we are talking about non-hobby store products that you can use in hobby. These are my favorite things that I've kind of collected over the years that I almost can't see myself hobbying without anymore because they're just so useful, and also I really like the products themselves as hobby tools. So let's get started. Some of you may have seen my Instagram post about Ferrero Rocher. Okay, I don't know if you noticed, like, there's some chocolates missing here. I love Ferrero Rocher. It's like one of my favorite times of year is Christmas because you can buy these everywhere and they're so good and it's pretty cheap, all things considered. And when I get packages of these as gifts, I love them because they have this beautiful hard case. Now, they are my favorite wet palette ever. Now you may be thinking chocolate is wet palette, Terry, what the hell are you talking about? But this packaging is so fantastic for wet palette case. It has a lid. It's plastic. It's like a good quality for disposable packaging kind of plastic. So it's really good for that. And when you take out all the packaging inside, what you're left with is a clear plastic lid and bottom. And what you do is you put some paper towel in there, some parchment paper, and all of a sudden you have a lidded wet palette. It's not perfectly airproof. You can easily, like, saran wrap it if you really want to get that crazy. But, like, for at-home use, I love this thing so much. And it's nice because I can see what paints are there, and, you know, it stays nice and moist, and all the good things that you want. And it comes with these, like, this little insert as well. And what you get with this insert is little pots to put inks and like liquid products. I've used them for rust pigments, and it just makes it easy to dispose of when you're done. These jelly snacks are so delightful. I love the packaging on them. My daughter buys them and she eats them and devours them. We throw a couple in her lunch packs every day, and it's just a sweet treat for her. But what's inside of these little, like, Jello nuggets are these little cups. So the last one package that I bought of her for these came with cups that look like this. They have like a little lid on top. You peel it off, you eat the Jello. It's great. But I tell her to bring back the cups for me. I wash them out, and I have these little perfect pots for, again, those liquid products. So things that you might not use all of, and you're not gonna, like, keep around, like the rust pigments. Perfect example. Salt and hairspray. I made a video on how to use salt and hairspray for weathering, and oh my gosh, guys, it's been something I kind of started doing this year, and it's been a godsend. I'm always really impressed with the result of it, and it doesn't require that much. Just, a little bit of patience, and it works. It works great. So I'm going to link the tutorial on how to use this stuff together. But also, I'm going to go back to the little cuppy things. You can actually spray a little bit of hairspray into a cup and then brush that on as well. So even if you don't have, like, an aerosol, or you don't like the way the pump is working, super easy to do. You dispense a little bit and you're good to go. One of the reasons why I absolutely adore rubbing alcohol as a product is I use it to clean my brushes. And when you have dry brushes, especially dry brushes, because you're hard on those anyways. I don't feel bad about using something this strong on my dry brushes. It doesn't ruin the bristles because the process of dry brushing is probably already doing more damage than anything else could. But it really takes the paint out. And especially when you dry brush with a brush as dense as the brush I always recommend for dry brushing, which is the Eyes, Lips, Face contour brush, which is also on this list. The actual paint comes out of it so well. So I'll, like, pour a little bit up in a little cup or a little container. I'll let the paint soak in it for a little bit, and then I'll just wipe it off on a paper towel. Sometimes I'll discover Nathan has squirreled away a dry brush or two and hasn't, like, been taking very good care of them. And I'll bring those back with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. So 99% rubbing alcohol, amazing, amazing for cleaning synthetic brushes. Can't recommend it enough. Okay, so we're at the point where I feel like I'm always talking about this brush, and I probably am. It's because it's such a good brush, guys. It's such a good brush. It's the Eyes, Lips, Face contour brush. You can buy it at, like, drugstores. I've seen it at Walmart. I've seen it at Target. You can buy it online. e.l.f. has, like, 50% off sales every few months or so, and when they do, I'll, like, buy, like, 6 or 12 of these and just have them. They're so cheap. Like, I think the regular price on these is like $3 or $4. And the finish on the dry brush when you use something like this is so beautiful because it's not a scratchy kind of small brush. It's a large, domed, dense, bristled brush. And what that means is you deposit paint. You deposit paint in the way dry brushing would, but the other bristles also help smooth out the finish of the dry brushing, so you don't get like weird brush strokes. You don't get any weird like scratchiness, almost a chalkiness. You don't get any of that. You get this almost airbrushed look and quality to your miniatures. I have dry brushed, black primed miniatures all the way to white flawlessly with this brush, and so I'm a huge fan of this brush. I feel like one of the reasons why I'm always talking about it is because I feel like there's always people who don't know about this brush. If you're one of those people who have discovered this brush, whether through me or someone else, let me know in the comments, because I want people to see that in the comments there are people who totally dig this brush and love it and use it and believe me about how incredible it is as a painting tool. Finally, I have to talk about these little containers here. I've put all my War Machine tokens in here. I'm one of those people who has a tendency to like, I used to dump them in just a single container, and it never works well. I'm never happy when I do that. So I was looking for like a small enough container to hold these things that was also really cheap. You can go to like a Michael's or something and get like bead boxes. They're often very large or often very expensive for what you're getting. Like, it's just a small plastic container. These were from the dollar store. They were $1.25 each Canadian, and they were filled with nails. So if you need nails, you have them. I've got plenty to use now if I ever need one. But more importantly, they are fantastic for holding and organizing tokens. And if you're one of those people who plays games like War Machine, that has status effect stuff, if you're a board gamer even, and you've got like something that has, you know, a number of tokens that you just, it's a pain to sort them out all the time, these little handy things are fantastic. So that is my list of favorite non-hobby things. If you want to subscribe, I'm going to be doing more videos like this in the next couple of weeks, because it's that time of the year. Also, I've got some free time a little bit now because of the holidays to record more videos. So be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notifications when new videos come out. Also, follow me on all the social medias, all listed down below, if you want to kind of keep up with what I'm doing, what I'm painting, what I'm working on, what I'm eating. I know like the Ferrero Rocher selfie picture showed up there recently, and yeah, that's a thing. And also, I want to thank my patrons on Patreon for supporting me and videos like this. It's been so wonderful to be able to carve up the time to make videos like this for you guys, and that's all because of the people who've supported me on Patreon. So thank you guys so much for doing that. If you want to see more videos, click on the videos down below. I'm going to be making more videos over the next week, and I hope to see you soon. Until next time, ciao!